What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction. In this one, we have King Charles heckled by Australian Senator. Very excited to dive in. However, before we do, if you guys happen to enjoy, please don't forget to smash subscribe, get a video a thumbs up, and let's look at what's going on in the land down under.
It's a great honour to be here today, and on behalf of the federal opposition, it is a privilege and a pleasure to welcome Your Majesties to the Australian Parliament. It's testimony to your recovery.
Dang, them diamonds shining, boy.
Indeed, here in this hall, in this eclectic gathering, people have had haircuts, people have shined shoes, suits have been questioned. That's just the Republicans. As we know, Your Majesty, you are, and we also know that your own spirit has been strengthened by the constant support of your wife and Queen. Your Majesty, our Queen, of the many qualities Australians see in you, there is none stronger than the love you have for your husband and King. Upon your return home, Your Majesties, I know that if Elizabeth was the Queen Australia came to name you, Your Majesty, are the King Australia already knows. And we know your long-standing connection with the Australian Defence Force. I join with the Governor-General and the Prime Minister in congratulating you on your appointment to the highest honorary ranks in our Navy, Army and Air Force.
Prime Minister and Ms Haley, President of the Senate and Mr Lambert, Speaker of the House of Representatives, High Commissioners and Ambassador, Leader of the Opposition and Mrs Dutton, Honourable Members, Auntie Val, on behalf of the Ngunnawal people and the Wiradjuri echoes, ladies and gentlemen. I really am enormously touched by those very kind welcomes and by your invitation, Prime Minister, to say a few words here in Parliament House, the national home of Australia's strong and vibrant democratic tradition. Let me also say how deeply I appreciated this morning's moving welcome to country ceremony, which offers me the opportunity to pay my respects to the traditional owners of the lands on which we meet, the Ngunnawal.
So I just want to ask, is this the first time that King Charles has visited Australia? We do know that Australia is like their own separate country, right? But like at the end of the day, like they're still under rule of King Charles, like, or is that just in like symbolism? Or yeah, I guess if something happened in Australia, maybe King Charles disagreed, would King Charles be able to actually like have the final say, or am I completely just off on that one? Y'all let me know in the comment section. And I'm listening to King Charles, but honestly, I'm just getting stuck watching this the sign language woman. Like, I'm getting stuck watching her, and I'm trying to listen. I'm trying not to watch her, but she keeps drawing my attention. But I'm on King Charles. Is this his first time visiting Australia, the land down under?
And all First Nations peoples who have loved and cared for this continent for 65,000 years. Throughout my life, Australia's First Nations peoples have done me the great honour of sharing so generously. This was a feeling which I know she returned in equal measure. My own first visit came in 1966, as the Prime Minister mentioned, when I had indeed the life-shaping and life-affirming opportunity to continue part of my education in Victoria. And, ladies and gentlemen, what an education it was. I had thought that the school I had been attending in Scotland was remote and testing enough, but nothing had quite prepared me for the realities of the bush country around Mount Buller. All I can say is that I arrived as an adolescent and left as a more rounded, if not even somewhat chiseled, character, once intended with brown snakes, leeches, funnel-web spiders and bullets. And bearing in mind, this was very nearly 60 years ago, being given certain unmentionable parts of a bull calf to eat from a branding farm in outback Queensland by the hauntingly evocative cries of the kookaburra, the screeching of the gun, and that Australia has become a stronger nation as a result of becoming one of the most multicultural on earth.
Yep.
Today, with all due recognition of the impacts of the global cost of living crisis, Australia's economic growth has been remarkable. And this is a country which, for all its size and diversity, never omits to look outward. Australia has offered and continues to offer so much to the world.
Agreed.
The character of this country and its people is hardly more vivid than when both were tested by disaster. The Black Summer of 2019 and 2020,
Heartbreaking.
the relentless floods of 2022 and 2023, tropical cyclones Jasper and Kirrily in 2023 and 2024, and of course so many more.
So many heartbreaking natural disasters, yet agreed. It has shown Australia's true character. And that character is something that is beautiful. That character is one of community. That character is one of helping each other. Unfortunately, it seems like in these natural disasters, some governments that have served have not been there to help the Australian people. And so they make up for it by helping each other out. It's amazing to see the community within Australia. They definitely not as individualistic as, say, here in the United States. It seems like they're very much about the whole more so than the individual.
I cannot tell you how much I have felt the grief and shock of what you have gone through, having visited many of those communities myself over all these years. Amidst such overwhelming challenges, I have always been deeply impressed by the extraordinary bravery and resilience of those who look up, look out, and in that most Australian way, battle on. The way, for instance, in which firefighters, police, emergency services, defence personnel, and many thousands of volunteers risk their lives to stand by their mates, neighbours, and strangers, not to mention livestock and property, represents to me the essence of the Australian character. Their magnitude and ferocity, as well as their frequency, they are new. The regular road. This is why Australia's international leadership on global initiatives to protect our climate and biodiversity is of such absolute and critical importance. Indeed, the world's first global nature positive summit was held in Sydney in the past autumn. And I am increasingly encouraged by the private sector's efforts to help turn the tide. Australia has all the natural ingredients to create a more sustainable, regenerative way of living by harnessing the power with which nature has endowed the nation, whether it be wind or its famous sunshine. Australia, it has the diversity to understand the world's problems and the sheer brain power and resolve to form.
I'm waiting for the heckle. Yeah, I'm sitting here listening to him. He's absolutely heaping praise, so much praise upon Australia, which they deserve. People of the land down under are amazing. The country is fantastic. I love it. I love it. I want to travel there someday, and hopefully I get the chance. I just need to build the funds to be able to, which means I need this channel to skyrocket. But I want to hear the heckle. I came here for the heckle.
Formulate practical solutions. I need hardly say that I'm looking forward to joining leaders in Apia shortly to support their work. Here in Australia, meanwhile, my wife and I will have the great privilege of meeting remarkable scientists, entrepreneurs, and community leaders who are paving the way in environmental management or healthcare, addressing domestic and family violence, promoting literacy and literature, and helping young Indigenous Australians to realise their full potential. I cannot begin to express how pleased we are to be here again, nor how sad I am that it has to be so short on this occasion. When we turn our steps homeward, we will carry memories of friendships renewed, of new ones forged, and of the characteristic warmth and inimitable humour of Australians, which you share with those who are fortunate enough to know you.
Give us what you stole from us! Our bones, our skulls, our babies, our people! You destroyed our land! Give us a treaty! We want a treaty in this country! You are a genocide!
Look, Camilla just laughing, bro. Camilla said, "What's wrong with her?" Hey, she scared me a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. When I heard her voice loud come through my my headphones, I got a little scared. But let me know what y'all think about that. Shoot, I came for the heckle, but I got to hear King Charles offer heaps of praise to the Australian people. Let me know how you guys feel about that. Do you guys think King Charles is a great king? Do you guys agree more so with the heckler? Like, you not our king? Like, let me know how you feel. If you enjoyed that, please don't forget to subscribe. Give the video a thumbs up. Check out the next one. I'll see you guys next time.